I did say 8:30-ish, didn't I? Just thought I'd check that one out. I'm back live. Hello YouTube and Reese. Hi. Quick shout out to Reese. She's a second tier patron. She's on. She'll be scrolling around. You just look just there. There we go. There we go. Scrolling along. Hi. She's joining me tonight, and hopefully somebody else as well. It would be nice to have some more people watching. Just a quick shout, anybody, one thing I want to do, actually, anybody who becomes a patron during any one of my live streams, or during a video that I'm recording as well, if my phone dings and somebody starts becoming a patron, they'll get a shout out there and then as well. My phone's right here. If that dings while I'm recording. Alright, so, just, yeah, if anybody. Anyway, so, all of my videos got corrupted that I was doing. So, I got through all of it. If I lift up, actually, if I lift up this camera here, right, you can see the big 2K build going on up there. Look at that. I had all of those built. And I'd filmed building them all. And dry brushing some of them. And then it got corrupted. So that was a bit of a pain in the butt. So there won't be any build and paint videos, which I really wanted to do. Unfortunately, but Reese will already know this. My patrons do have access to a kind of a what I'm going to start doing is my little hints and tips and tricks. So hang on a second, let me grab this here. The Librarian Dreadnought here. I made a few mistakes while I was painting him up. And one of my little hints and tips is to show how that doesn't have to be a ruined model if you make a mistake. And that's one of the videos that I have done after the big electrical issue. So, yeah. That was a shame, but you know, we'll move on forward. So I'm going to start doing these live shows. These will hopefully be every Thursday around about this time. Excuse me. So we'll get to, and while I'm still doing the big 2K build, you'll get to see me doing those. All right, and I'll do some tips and tricks. If anybody's got any suggestions on hints and tips and tricks that they'd like to see me do, or would like to ask questions about, throw them in the comments, or message in the live chat today. Alright, so today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to get cracking on these bad boys here. And they really are bad boys. Horrible. I don't like these models. They're one of the very few Primaris models that I really look at and go, I do not like them. But we're going to get these done. You can see I haven't used the flight stands. I've used some plaster cast rocks. So we're going to paint some of these up and see if we can get these done. So yeah, I'll switch the cameras around and I'll get cracking on with these. Join along in the comments, and if you like what I'm doing, hit the like button, share it around, get people involved, and we'll have a chat and we'll get on with it. So, let's pop that down there. There we go. Right, shall we see if I could come up with a better angle for this though? You're sick in your mouth. I know, they're horrible models, aren't they? Oh, nasty things. Right, let's move this around a bit. It's going to get a bit nauseous watching this, hang on. That won't tip forward anymore, so that's about as close as we're going to get, so hopefully you can see that alright. Right. Yeah, let's move that. There we go. Right, that's about as close as we're going to get. So if I move my microphone at all, the microphone gets in the way a little bit. It's a massive, great microphone. If I bring down this light here, turn that on, bam, there we go. Oh dear. Get these bad boys painted. Now, there is a little trick that I did do to these guys. Now, see that helmet in there? That needs painting. Alright. And one thing I did notice about when I was building these things is I've not glued the back. Yeah, so I can now paint that helmet. And I'll tell you what I am going to do though. Let's get that autofocus off, shall we? So if I play around with this a second, let's get that focused. Turn off the autofocus. Focus on what I'm doing. There we are. That's a bit better, isn't it? There we go. You see what I'm doing now. There we are. Yeah, so I didn't glue the backpack on, so I can now paint that before gluing them on, which, well, to be fair, might actually be the first thing I do, considering they need to be a different colour than anything else that needs doing. So we'll get on with those. A nice yellow helmet. So here we go. Let's get all of these off. Oh. I know I didn't glue any of them on. There we go. There we go. So how's the sound coming through anyway? It's, I think this is the first time this brand new microphone is being used while I'm live. It's worked alright in my videos that I've done, but this thing is virtually right in my face, which is slightly annoying, but it should be alright. And the first colour I'm going to use this evening is Heavy Gold Brown, Game Colour Extra Opaque. Sound is good. That's good. That's great. Wasn't too expensive, the microphone either, which was nice. I was worried about that. I thought I was going to end up having to spend 150 quid on a microphone. I don't know how much it changes when I turn my head away when I'm looking at something else though. Is there a big difference? Can you hear it going up and down quite a lot as I move my head around? Or is it actually fairly even throughout? Right, we'll just grab some of this gold brown. Same level throughout, well that's handy. I might play around over the course of this evening, just play around and have a look, see if I can find a bit more of a comfortable face for it, because it literally is right in my face at the minute and I can't really see what I'm doing. So I might have to see if I can shift it around a bit. Which, if I excuse me excuse me, let's have a look, see if I can shift things around a little bit. If I turn it over, I'm moving things around now. Pop, 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 pop. Right. If I shift this round, like so, move this up to, oh, go, but it's really annoying now, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Pop that like that. Turn this 180 degrees there. There we go. Grab a pop filter there. Now, how's this? Can you hear me alright? Carry on with these. I tell you what, the pop filter needs to go. It's in the way. That's a bit better. Pardon to what? Did I say something rude? Right. For some reason, my paint seems to have gone really, really thin. It's not going on very well. Gags don't work with delay. No, they really don't. They really don't. I presume it was a case of can you still hear me okay when I've moved the microphone? You see, the problem is when I change the, you watch this, right? I change the screen now, and now I have all this in my way. And can you see me? Yeah. So yeah, that's going to be slightly annoying, but we'll we'll have to see what we can do. It's going to take some time. I'm currently building a new computer as well, so I should be able to get more cameras and all sorts hooked up. Excuse me. So there's something tickling in my throat tonight as well. That's what she said. Never mind. See, gags work for me, you see, because I can just talk about them. You can't see what I'm doing this right behind the chat box, aren't I? So there's a problem I'm having is actually trying to figure out where I can actually do the work that I'm trying to show you guys, so you can actually see it. The funny thing is, I'm actually struggling to hold this thing steady. I've got a painting handle right here, and I'm just not using it at the minute. I'm not sure why. Let's move him over there. Let's move the ones that I've done over there. There we go. Move them there. Let's grab this. There we go. likelihood of getting these finished this evening on this stream is unlikely, which is a shame. I do like to actually come online and I start doing something and actually have something finished by the time I'm finished, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles. As well, I started doing the painting videos so you could actually see things from start to finish, but yeah, maybe I'll come up with a nickname about that whole fiasco with that. Although to be fair, I don't like it when people come up with a nickname. They just put gate on the end of it, don't they? What might be corrupt gate? Well, that's just pretty much any politician, really, isn't it? Maybe not. So that's something I was going to do as well. I was going to give you guys an update on how the big 2K build is coming along. I mean, to be fair, there's not exactly a lot to show you, but maybe I'll get the base done on these guys and I'll show you how we did. I say we, how I did, and how far I've come. These guys will need another coat on the yellow. Here we go. And if you're keeping up with my Facebook page, you'll actually know how far I've come along, almost, with this 2K build. I've managed to finish the captain for this list, which is my second aptly named Slamgwinius that has been done. I've already done one for myself in the past, and I like to think it's because I'm so good somebody wanted me to do another one. But while they're drying, let's have a look and see how far we've got. And we have this guy here. Look at this. How cool is that? And these bloodshot eyes. I do like this model. It's really awesome. I do like this with the broken wing statue at the bottom, and another excuse me, another plaster cast rock. I do like doing these. I've got something coming in the future as well. I've got some things I want to do. I'm going to cast some terrain and see how they turn out as well. So we'll see about that. So quite cool. I thought this was quite good. I do like this model. And I've already shown you so far tonight. I'll show you it again. The Librarian Dreadnought from this build. That came quite nice. This is the first Librarian Dreadnought I've done. So you can see some of this. And what's really cool as well is, I don't know if he ever wants to, but in the future you can pop off the arms. They're held on together quite nicely, and as well on the other side. I don't think a Librarian Dread comes with any other weapons, but you know, it's possible, which is quite cool. And then finally, I think I showed you the I don't think I've done a decent picture of this, because this is a single guy from the from the Deaf Company guys. There's a lot more of these guys coming soon as well, so keep your eyes on the Facebook page for that. So there we go. That's as far as the build has got, and as you can see, I did show you earlier, we have got all of that up there to go at some point over the next. Whether I'm going to get it done, am I going to get it done before July? I have no idea, but it would be nice. Excuse me. We'll just have to see how it turns out, don't we? But for tonight, we just concentrate on these guys. There we go. And what I should really do is get onto the Incompetech website, or the music with Kevin MacLeod's music. You get it, you know, it's what everybody uses on YouTube. Is whenever I run out of anything to say, I just queue up one of those. So here, have a piece of instrumental music that I can use for free to break up the silence. We get this guy's done, the yellow of these helmets finished. That would be nice. I tell you what, even if that's all we get done tonight, that would be cool. Get the yellow done. We should be able to do more than that. Perhaps yellow and the metallic silver. Get the guns done maybe. We'll see how it goes. So I'm not using the handle again, am I? I did want to pick up some more of these. Pick up some more handles, it will be a lot easier. Right. So we have the base of the yellow done. I really do want to smash that July goal. I really would like to get it done. I mean, I've got... Where are we? What day are we at? We're on the... What is it? The 7th? The 7th. 1, 2, 3... 3 weeks and a couple of days before the beginning of July. It would be nice to see if I could get them done in time. I really do hope so. Because something I didn't show you is that I already have... Now if we move this up here, watch this. Up there we have more stuff to do. We have what would they call it? A fire raptor. We have some gold custodies. Where are they? There they are, gold custodies. We have some more Tyranids that are on their sprue there. And finally, some more dystopian warships. More boats to do. So yeah. And actually, I tell you what, it's not just boats though. That's the great thing about it. If I grab one of these, hang on a second. Dystopian War planes. I haven't actually looked at these. Look, these are brand new. They're still in their box. I've never opened these up yet. I tell you what. Can I rewind? I was on the box. Oh, really? What you want to have a look? You want to have a look at what we've got? So after I get to the July, after I finish the Blood Angels, is that what you want me to do? Here we go. Right. So what we're going to do is live on YouTube. I've never seen inside these. I haven't even seen. Oh, I can see the box. I can see the cover on the box. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. See what these are like this. See, the trouble is these are from Spartan Games, which went bust. So I think if I remember rightly, the person who bought the company that bought the Dystopian War stuff. All right, we'll have a look at it again in a minute. Hang on. Let's open this up. So this is some Dystopian War stuff that I've got to do after I finish the Blood Angels. More boats. So have a look at this. What's in this? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Lots of little resin pieces. Oh, look at tiny dice there. Tiny things. So let's have a gander at these. See, these are familiar. Look at that. They do need washing, I think. Do feel like they've got a bit of mould release. So these are... Trouble is I don't have any boats left to actually give you a comparison. But there they are. So these will all be black with some brown decking on them. And this is what I like as well. Look at this. How cool is this? Look. Planes. Look at that. How cool is that? Got some really nice detail to those. Little resin plane. That's pretty awesome. And what else we got? There's some really tiny dice, isn't it? Very, very small dice. Although, to be honest with you, I wonder if they're as small as my dice. What do you reckon, Reese? Have a look at see whether my tiny dice were the same. Because I have some really, really dinky dice. Let's have a look at these. So I got some down the bottom of this bag somewhere. There's a big D20, so there's wound markers and the such in here. But let's see if I can feed up a... Let's have a gander. Oh, let's have a look. Yep, that's the same as my tiny dice. How big are these? I can't remember. I think these were like 5mm. Let's have a gander, shall we? Let's have a look at this. 7mm dice. 7mm. They're tiny. Yeah, what have we got in here? Looks like some movement trays. Some propellers. What else we got in here? See, what does tickle me about this game actually Have a look at this. Look, look. Tiny planes. Now when you put that into perspective, between that and those, I mean seriously, how big is this thing supposed to be? I mean, Jesus, it's massive. And if that's the case, how big is that boat? It's ridiculous. Damn. Well, I don't know what the scale is on Dystopian Wars. I've never played it, but will it say on here at all? Accessories, videos, no. This is a shame. Spartan Games seem to like, they've got some really nice models. Oh, here we go. Dystopian Wars. 1 to 1200th scale. 1 to 1200th scale. Wow. I mean, what is it? What is it? 28mm is... What do they call that? I don't know how big that is in real terms. But damn, there we go. So that's what's coming up in the future. That's cool. And I've got 2 of those boxes. Right, so shall we show you again, Reese? Have a look here. This is what we'll be doing after the Blood Angels are done. So there's the Blood Angels there. We got, I think I worked it out, including the guys that we're doing today, including the guys down here. There's 100, no, not 100, sorry, 50 guys, 50 infantry models, and 3 tanks to do. I'm trying to get them all done before July. And then after that we have a Fire Raptor that's in pieces. It's been based by the client. We have some Dystopian War stuff. We got some more boats up the top, I think. Some big models, 2 of those plain ones, and there's another one for a different army, but it's all Dystopian Wars. We have some Tyranids going along here. Just a couple of the big models. I think there's a Horuspex and a Tervigon, I think it was. And then finally some gold over in the corner there. Some Custodes. Some Custodes Terminators they are. And there's some GW ones. And then there's some, I think actually, if I remember rightly, I'm going to have to check this one out because I've forgotten. Because I've been concentrating on the Blood Angels. Yep. I think Reese will recognise that piece of a kit there. Jet bikes and Custodians, the Alaris Terminator ones, and then in here we have some of the Forge World Terminators, the Legio Aquilan Terminator Squad. So yeah, they're all to come too. So all of that will get started after I've done the Blood Angels. Either that or Red will just start driving me absolutely nuts. And I'll just say, sod it, I'm going to start on them now. But hasn't driven me nuts yet, and we need to get on with these tonight. So grab some wash for the yellow helmets. It's nice to see you, Steel. Anyway, Chris, it's I've been away a while. I didn't actually say hello when you arrived, so I'll say hello now. I do plan on being here at this time every week. That's the plan. The missus goes out, my two daughters go to majorettes, and my son goes to bed. So Thursday nights, live nights. That's the hope. And then if the viewers go up and the demand goes up, then we will start seeing more of me. Regular, not more of me, but you know what I mean. I think my face is enough on YouTube. More models, there we go. Yeah, more models painted by me every week. As if I survive till next week. Oh dear. A terrible cough. Right. So that's the wash done. That was easy. Moving on. I'll tell you what, we'll make it quickly actually. What I do want to do is, if I grab some black paint and grab me the Sergeant, I can do this quickly now while I think about it. Just makes him easier to spot whenever I need to think about doing things like gold details and so on, so I know who he is. There's very little difference between each of these models, to be fair. And literally the only difference between this guy and the rest of them is this one's got a skull on his helmet, and that's about it. The biggest pet peeve I've got with these Primaris Marines is that they're just, I can understand that they said that they were supposed to be kind of a nod back to the Legion times, so they were all, everybody's armed the same. But do they all have to stand exactly the same? No, you got no modelling capabilities unless of course you're competent at cutting up your models. You just can't do anything with them. They're all the same, literally. There we go. Right. That'll probably need another coat for that. That'll do for now. I'll see. I can see who the Sergeant is now, which is helpful. That'll be helpful later. Oh dear. Right. Let's have a puff. Right, stop this cough. Just have a quick look on Facebook to see how that's going. My Facebook's been going nuts today. Half term last week, so it was a little bit difficult for me to keep everything going, you know, posting wise and all that sort of stuff. So one thing I have noticed here is you are literally currently watching paint dry. I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous, isn't it? So let's have some chat going. Let's have a chat. What should we have a chat about tonight? One thing I do need to figure out actually is what squad are these guys going to be? So let's have a count. I'm going to risk it here. I'm going to open this book on the internet. I'll get into trouble for doing this, I'm sure. It's got copyright material in it. Maybe if I just do this and I have a look through and you don't actually see what I'm looking at. Will that work? All I'm looking at here actually is this bit down the bottom here. Looking at this bit here. Just trying to figure out. See this with the lightning bolt? That's fast attack. These feathers, they're the heavy support. And then we've got the six line troops. So these guys with the yellow helmets, which are here, see that? They've got yellow helmets on, so they're going to be close support. They're fast attack, or what used to be called fast attack, now is close support. Yellow helmets. I don't know what company they're going to be in yet. That's this one here. But I think I've got two lots actually. I've got some Reavers to do as well. Go back a page, you missed the screenshot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could get into trouble. If anybody from GW sees me doing this, I'll get into trouble. But yeah, so what am I going to do? These guys are going to be the they're close support, so they're fast attack. These lightning bolt ones here. The question is do I want them at yellow knee pads or black knee pads? Because these guys are close support as well, so they'll be the other one, whichever one I do. It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in, isn't it? Do I have the? I'm just checking actually. I better check to make sure I've got the transfers for them. Got me big box of transfers here. Let's see what we got. Damn, non-coders can play. Yeah. Yeah, but it makes us feel special, you see, because we got all the special markings and all that sort of stuff. See, this tickles me, right? This is from the Dark Imperium. That squad there is the white lightning bolt. Yeah, squad marking, white lightning bolt. Squad number 18. Squad number 18. I mean, that's ridiculous. We got. This is from any other Blood Angel Primaris box. You got more skulls, and then heavy support squad markings, which I think they might just about. No, you don't need. Well, those ones would just about fit on the kneecaps for your squads 3 and 4. But again, that's ridiculous. I mean, they're tiny. But what I did do is I went online and on eBay I found a ton of these. These are the old ones. On there, look at that. Transfers. So just to make life easier, I think I'm going to make these guys the black ones. Just to make it easier to get the transfers on. And well, I've got 6 on there, so I might just make six transfers, 6 yellow blood drops. It looks like I'm doing second company, which is that one, which is also the company that James W decided to paint all of their Blood Angel models in. Which is why I decided to use fourth company, certainly to start with. Right. So with that little escapade in mind, while I'm still waiting for wash to dry, because I'm sure you don't tune into a live feed to watch paint drive, GW love all second companies. They must do, to be honest, because they've got no imagination. Because obviously all your Terminators and your Veterans, I mean, that's first company, so the next one we'll do is second company. Why not? Because, you know, there's no fluff helping with anything else, is there? Bloody GW need to read their own books, I reckon. Come up with better ideas for what to paint the models, or at least give us the option to paint our models how we see, without having to learn freehand. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of people, well, you could always freehand them, but you know, give us the transfers back. Right, so let's pop on the black. Knee pads. Here we go. So as soon as I start concentrating, I stop talking. Ever notice that? So I'm just going around doing all these black kneecap stuff. Hopefully by the time I've done this, the wash will be dry and I'll be able to go straight into the yellow layer, which would be nice. And then once we've done that, we'll get cracking on with the metallics on all the weapons and these feet. So what the problem with these models is, I don't think it's the model itself. It's just purely the rubbish pose that GW decided to put them all in. And it's such a ridiculous pose. I mean, a lot of people had something to say about these feet, but I kind of like them. They look kind of cool. But it's just the pose of the models. It just really dropped the ball on that one. All the bones are out. Yeah, what, changing the poses? So I would love to, I'm going to start practicing with chopping models up. I do have a plan of buying a rotary tool, yeah, a Dremel, at some point. Practice. There's a lot of models that I can't stand. And being a Blood Angels player, top of my list is Mephiston. But I'm not confident enough in that yet at the minute. You know, you could, converting a model can be quite expensive, especially if it's an individual model. You can go out and buy all the parts you need for it to make it look awesome, and then cock it up. So I need to get some confidence going in that direction first. Oh dear. Tired. I need to get an early night tonight as well, I think. Right, so moving on to gold yellow for the yellow. Never a Dremel, using a razor saw is the way to go. Yeah, the other thing is, with if I buy a Dremel, I'll be able to use it for me plastic cast stuff as well. See, I don't mind a Dremel. It's and how you use it to melt some of the plastic as well. It's kind of a one tool fits all. So I am going to start using this. I do need to start using this handle. That's what I bought it for. Here we go. One thing I found with this yellow is almost like a gel. Try and put this yellow down in it. You try and spread it out and your paintbrush picks it back up again. Can never seem to get it to the right consistency to use as a paint. Really concentrating now. Don't want to make any mistakes. Just unlike the Librarian Dreadnought, which I was able to bring back, smaller infantry models are not quite so easy. hopefully the highlights will bring that out a bit more when we get to it. Yellow enough, I think, especially when compared to this one. That's Sergeant. This thing is, I can't really speed this up. See, in my other video, in my videos, I would have sped all this up, and you'd see me do one, and then I'll just shoot through the others, and then move on to the next bit. Once you've seen one, you've seen me do them all. Yeah, but alright. A little rough around the edges. I think we'll be okay. Come on. Let's get this done. I didn't think I'd get bored this quickly. I get bored doing these. Not very fun models at all. I wouldn't say whether they're particularly good models on the tabletop either, are they? They're I mean, they probably move around quite quickly, which is handy with the jump packs, but other than that, I'm really struggling to find something positive about these models. very situational. I imagine they are. I mean, that's the problem with Primaris in general, though, isn't it? I mean, the intercessors are okay. You know, being a fairly basic kind of, bolt, 2 wounds bunch of guys, they're pretty good. But I mean, all the rest of the Primaris stuff is very, very situational. So what I don't seem to understand is the lack of weapons. I mean, yeah, it's fair enough. I can understand them being kind of a throwback to the Heresy era and the legions and massive squads of all having the same weapon, but at least even then they've got options. There's these Primaris stuff. It's like you can have this gun or this one. Take your pick. Just don't seem to have, it's just no options. And with every single model, looking virtually the same, I mean, God, it's difficult. I think people had it wrong, when they were talking about GW dumbing down the game. They haven't dumbed down the game, they've dumbed down the models. Maybe I'm just being overcritical because I don't like these particular models, Excuse me. Sergeant's looking a bit worse for wear. Just pick up him a bit better. There we go, that's a bit better. Right, it's just a layer done, almost. Just pop some more on that. Turn out quite okay. There we go. And that one over there. Oh, there we go. Much better. Oh dear. Excuse me. Oh. Get some drink in me. Yeah, I've just realised why I might have so much trouble finding people to watch this stream as well. I forgot Thursday nights is also Mel the Terrain Tutor live nights. And I know he has a lot of people tune in to him. Right. Let me just trying to think while we're waiting for the yellow to dry. I'm gonna pick out some of these other bits and pieces to the model. I do the inside of that same colour as I do the other jump packs, which will be actually if I do that now I can see what it looks like and change my mind at a later date. So I'm going to use some electric blue from Vallejo. I already had some of that in my palette from doing Captain Smash. It's very vibrant blue. Very blue. There we are, look at that. Very blue that is. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That'll be alright. And then we carry on with the rest of them. while we're waiting for the yellow to dry. Oh dear. I have a real issue with my throat tonight. If it carries on, I might have to end it just on account of I can't talk properly. trying to get this very, very blue in there. Lovely. Very, very blue. It's not quite dry yet. Let's move that over there. There's that. Let's have a gander at this one. Not dry yet. What? Well, I'm working on some interceptors. That's what I'm working on. It does get a little boring, and I can't. I'm chatting and chatting away, but I don't know what else to say, to be honest. So I'm just concentrating. But we got 5 people watching in a minute, so jump in the comments, have a chat. I'll keep up while you guys chat along. We'll have a chat and we'll have a discussion, answer questions, and anything I don't catch. Maurice is a very good painter herself, so she'll more than likely help you out as well. think I scared them all away, because now all of a sudden we're down to 3 people watching again. No worries, Reese. When I got to the end here, I was going to start doing some Instagram shout-outs as well, but, you know, they disappeared. I feel like Eeyore sometimes. Hello. Goodbye. Now here's an interesting fact that everybody already knows. The man who played Eeyore, did the voice for Eeyore, is the same man that did the voice for Optimus Prime. So if ever Optimus Prime wanted to get depressed, he'd sound like Eeyore. Right, right, so that's the blue done in all of those. Trouble is, it can get quite tedious doing this, can't it? Because you do one, then the other, then the other, then... You know, once you've done about 3 of them, you're just like, yeah, I'm done with that. 40 facts and lore about something random. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the guy that played Optimus Prime has played Optimus Prime in every iteration of him. And he also played almost every iteration of Eeyore as well. So, you know, how's that for an IMDb entrance? So does that count as 2, because it's both Eeyore and Optimus Prime, so I'm 38 to go, yeah? Right. Pop in some Guilliman blue glaze in here. There we go, look at that. Need to get a bigger brush. We're gonna need a bigger brush. Actually, my little Jaws reference there. Do you know the reason why you don't see Jaws very much in the movie? It wasn't to add tension. It's because it kept breaking. I couldn't get any shots of it, you know, when it was working. Yeah, the bigger brush is working much better now. Right. I'm going need some more glaze. See, I get to the glazing bit. I get through that so much quicker. I've caught up with the wet paint. So hang on a second. Let's just let's just change the let's put the autofocus back on. So hopefully what you're going to do is look at that. See, hey, don't do that. Well, how cool is that? I like that. They should have stopped at Jaws 1, yeah. Funny thing is, I've never seen any of them. Right. How are these doing? Can we get this done yet? Let's focus that. There we go. Right, so they're done. I need to wait for the blues to dry on there before I can finish the glazing. So we'll do the glazing in a bit. So I'm going to pop into lemon yellow. How gorgeous colour is that? Ugh. Easy work around down in the sea. Yeah. Right. Right. Now let's try and get some highlights going on to these guys. Okay. Right. Brow there. And just down the front there, that'll do. Thing that'll do for highlighting those, there's no need to go crazy. I'll just pop a little bit along there. And along there. Because come to think of it, I mean that's it. I mean and then the eyes will go in, and then that's about it, I think. I do like the that whole ice blue, Guadalupe blue there. I've really got to thank James at High Fleet Horror on Instagram for the tutorial that's now infamous for his jump packs. Because it generally it's where the ice blue and the Guadalupe blue glaze comes from, but it really does stand out. I really do like that. So we'll glue that in at some point in the future. Let's just pop this in to the holder and move on to this one. Some very fine highlights going on here. In fact, I don't even think the highlights even show up on the camera, do they? Concentrating again. Coming up at 8 o'clock. I don't think I'll be around for much longer tonight. My missus and daughters will be home shortly. Not just yet, but they'll be home soon. And that's usually when the noise in this house starts going through the roof. So I'll just pop that on there as well. The really great thing is all of these backpacks are exactly the same, so you don't have to worry about getting them mixed up. But that's going to look quite nice when they're all glued in and done nicely. Oh, not family time, no, it'll be bedtime. My missus has got work in the morning, and it's 8 o'clock at night, and my girls are at school tomorrow, so they'll be going to bed as well. I think I'll need an early night tonight as well. Been staying up far too late. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, I think I went to sleep last night. I need to get woken up for school. Isn't it lovely? Oh, for goodness sake. Shush. I thought I turned you off. Blasted phone. Ah, dear. Right. Tell you what, I will have to have a look at the see how many people Mel's got watching him at the minute. I do wonder if that's an issue actually that I have here. One, that I'm not big enough yet, and two, they're all watching the terrain tutor. haven't said a lot for a bit, have I? Honestly, I've run out of things to talk about. We're just getting on with the yellow one here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I think we'll grab some more Guilliman glaze onto my palette. We'll get the glazing done on the exhaust parts, and we'll call it a night on these tonight, I think. And that's the yellow helmets done. So if we grab some more glaze for the palette. Get the bigger brush. Ooh, far too much in there. There we go. And pop that on the back of one of these. I'll glue them into place later, once I'm happy that I've got nothing left to do inside there. Put that there. There we go. I do like this Guilliman glaze. It is really nice. See, I used to think it was going to be a kind of a glossy kind of finish. I don't know where I got that from. So I'm not sure what the difference between a glaze and a wash is, to be honest. And there we have it. There we go. So they're not finished, not by a long way, but I think that will do for now. We've done a reasonable job on them, I think. Yeah, in fact, actually, Reese, I'm gonna be heading off myself as well. Thank you for joining me. It's been nice. I will be back again hopefully next Thursday at the same time. Don't forget, if you want to be a patron, between now and next Thursday there is a video available for patrons to watch. It's about how to save mistakes. If you make a mistake on a vehicle, how can you save it by using some sort of chipping effect? So have a look at that. If you like this video, give me a like, give me a share, spread the word that I'm coming back on Thursday. Spread the word that I'm here. Let me get this light out of the way. Whoops, there we go. Up. Yeah, spread the word I'm here. It will all help. It gets a bit quiet when I've got nothing to talk about, doesn't it? Or when I've run out. But if we can get some more people watching, have some more conversations going, and then we can hopefully be a bit more interesting every week. Yeah. So that's it for me tonight, and yeah, I suppose I'll be back next time. So let me just have a quick mess around with that before we change that over. There we go. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Like, share and subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, check out the links as well. Alright, see you later guys. Ta-ra.